EGM Network.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. This episode is partially sponsored by Libby Weissman and her team at Luxury Homes of the Treasure Coast and Senior Transition Navigators. So Libby works with seniors and their families, providing a host of services to help them navigate better senior living. I'm talking about downsizing, decluttering, packing, moving, relocation, estate sales, and more. For a free consultation with Libby, give her a call at 772-783-2800. You can visit seniortransitionnavigator.com or luxuryhomesofthetreasurecoast.com. Now, how old were you when you recall your earliest memory? And have you ever wondered why you can remember the lyrics to a song from 40 years ago, but you can't remember what you ate for breakfast yesterday? Joining me in the studio today is Dr. Charlotte Chun, and she is a psychologist with her first book, Earliest Memories, and we're going to delve into the psychology of memory. And our brain is a fascinating mystery, but Dr. Chun is here to share some secrets and talk about her extraordinary book. So welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, Ellen. It's great to be back.
I know. We were here once before with your coaching, which we will touch on towards the end of the second half. But we have a book, okay? And before we start talking about this amazing book, I just want to make sure we have like 50 cameras in the studio. Cindy, thank you very much, Cindy. It's this one. Yay. Okay. But before we start talking about this book, I want to just have you share a little bit about your background, because you have like 15 different degrees, it seems. I didn't want to read your bio. I would like for you to just talk about yourself, please.
Of course. So I'm Charlotte Chun. I'm a licensed psychologist with a PhD in clinical psychology and a master's in neuroscience and cognition. So over the years, I've been working in various settings, doing therapy, teaching, consulting, research, coaching, all with the same goal to help people better understand ourselves and form deeper connections.
Well, that is wonderful. Now, the title of the book, I'm going to read the full title, which I have to have here. Earliest Memories, Discover the Psychology of Memory, Explore Cross-Cultural Stories, and Reconnect with Your Past. And you're going to share your website in a moment, because people can go to your website and they can also go to Amazon. But what drove you to write this book?
Yeah, so Earliest Memories is a long-time passion project of mine. So for over a decade, I've been talking with people all over the world and asking them, what is your earliest memory? So in the book, I share a collection of 100 of these earliest memories from 20 different countries.
Yeah.
They're really beautiful to read.
And so interesting, culturally very different, but with a lot of similarities.
Exactly. Lots of universal themes there. So also in the book, I talk about how memory works, how it changes over time, and why these early memories feel so significant to us.
And what's interesting is, and I've said this to a few different groups of people, that there are plenty of, I'll just say science-y, because I'm not a doctor, very technical books and papers about the brain and about memory. And most people like myself, I need a book I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. Shh, don't tell anybody, please. Gosh, so embarrassing. Your book is written in a way that talks about the science, but in a way that everyday people can understand and find it fascinating.
Thank you so much. That's the goal, for it to be approachable, plain English, easy to understand.
And as I was reading it, I kept thinking about different things from when I was a kid. So you had me thinking about things I hadn't thought of in a while.
Oh, I love that.
And that was a lot of fun for me. Okay. Okay. So now when we think about our earliest memories, some people can remember things from when they're 2 or 3. Other people say it starts when they were 5 and up.
Right.
But what is it about our earliest memories and why they're so fuzzy?
They really are. So newer research that's come out suggests that we can form memories when we're very young. We just can't access them later on. And there's a few reasons for that. Mainly it's because we don't have what you could call like the right mental systems in place to support our memory. So this includes things like language, having like a strong sense of self, having other ideas and experiences that you can associate your new memories with. And because of all of that, we're in basically a completely different context when we're babies and toddlers. So it makes it very hard to sort of go back to that context and recall things later on.
Although I was a pretty strong-willed child, so there are a few things that I do remember from being a toddler because I wanted what I wanted when I wanted it.
Yes, ma'am.
So there are a few memories that I have that I won't go into here and now, but there is a process for remembering things. So I'd like for you to go over the process and the outside influences and how we store the memories, please. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely a complicated process. So in order to remember something, our brains have to receive the information in the first place. We have to store it, and then we have to access that information later on. And there are things that can go wrong at any step in that process. So we definitely shouldn't be too hard on ourselves, right? If something slips our memory.
Yeah.
We're just not designed to remember things exactly as they've happened. And then all these other influences that you're mentioning, there's, you know, stress, our mood, expectations, distractions, the environment. All of these things can play into how well or even whether we remember something.
Yeah, that is very true. And something I just thought of is if I were to look at a photo from when I was a toddler or in kindergarten, can you then remember more of that particular, like if it was a backyard summer party, picnic barbecue, can you then remember things by looking at a photo?
Exactly, yes.
can.
So we would call that like a memory cue. So it's something that can prompt your memory and it acts like a support. So parents can do this too, right? You've heard parents, you know, sort of tell stories to their kids about things that happened.
Yeah.
And anything external that sort of triggers a memory, it can bring back more details sometimes than what we could just spontaneously conjure up on our own.
Yeah, I love that. And so we still have a couple of moments before we have to go to break, but I do want you to talk about your website and how people can get in touch with you and how they can get their hands on this book, please.
Sure. Yes. So the book is available through my website. It's earliestmemoriesbook.com. It's also available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, other major retailers. And I've got a Kindle and an audiobook coming out soon, which I narrated. So really excited about that. And then you can also email me at contact@earliestmemoriesbook.com.
Very good. And that is earliestmemoriesbook.com. I just want to make sure because we have the iHeartRadio and the podcasters. But for the video people watching it, we have, you know, the graphic that they can see.
Right.
And then on Facebook, TikTok, I love to say the TikTok. When I talk about that to younger people, like Facebook,
They love it.
Instagram, the TikTok.
Yes.
It's at Earliest Memories Book.
That's right.
Okay, very good. So yeah, so you're all over the place.
We're all over it. The social media is fun. We bring to life some of the earliest memories and kind of reenact them through videos. So it's fun to go back and watch.
Well, very good. And then your earliest memory in Vermont, eating something. So tell us about your earliest memory. That was really cute.
Oh, yeah. So my earliest memory, I'm around age 4 in East Montpelier, Vermont. It's my hometown. And like many people's early memories, it's kind of just a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
So in my memory, I'm down around the side of my childhood home. and I'm sitting on the ground, and we have a gooseberry bush there. And I used to sit there and I would eat the berries before they were ripe. So the little green berries.
Interesting.
Yes, I always had like sour tastes as a kid.
Oh, okay.
So all I really remember is sitting there and popping the berry into my mouth and remembering that sort of sharp taste of the acid on my tongue.
Yeah, we had a blackberry bush, and we were not allowed to eat from it.
Okay.
My mom, for some reason, thought it was poisonous.
Okay, oh no.
But with blackberries, our teeth, our lips, our fingers, we were just covered, right? And it was, did you eat this? No.
Not me.
Yeah. Now, we never got sick. But year after year, we were not allowed to eat from this bush. So I'm still a little perturbed, but we could talk about what to do with memories that you are perturbed by at another time.
Yes.
And with that said, we are going to take a quick break, but Dr. Charlotte Chun and I have a lot more to discuss. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock tariff-free coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of American-made Telescope, Berlin Gardens, and Pollywood, all with no tariff ever. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Come in now for our summer sale and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Welcome to Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Hit the zone this Friday and Saturday night at 6:30 and 8:30 for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
Parent Academy invites you to a free workshop for parents and caregivers of neurodivergent children on Saturday, September 20th. Learn strategies and approaches from a panel of experts who help kids thrive each day. The first 25 registered attendees get a $25 Amazon gift card free. Parent Academy, Saturday, September 20th from 9:30 to noon at Thrive in Vero. Register at 772-770-4811. Brought to you by the Mental Health Collaborative of Indian River County.
Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. I'm with Dr. Charlotte Chun. Her first book, Earliest Memories. We were talking about that, and then sharing another of my persnickety toddler memories with Dr. Chun. You're going to be sick of me by the time we're done with this show.
Never.
Oh my goodness. But like I told you, and I want people to understand, like as I was reading this, it just brought out all of these fun, quirky, you know what I'm saying? Like overall, really happy, fun. I mean, we all have bad memories, but I was like, oh, I hadn't thought of this and that. And so it really made me put the book down in my lap for a few minutes at a time, thinking about things.
Oh, that makes me happy. That's the best part is like hearing that from readers, how much it brought back and how it made them think about the memories differently.
Yes, yes. Okay, so now why are early memories so important to us?
Yeah, they're so personal, right? They stick with us over time of all the things that happened to you as a kid. The memories that you still recall, that's become the stories that you carry with you over the years.
Yeah.
And that narrative that we create for ourselves can shape our emotional patterns, our worldview, even our identity. And the things you tell yourself have power, right? So those memories are very powerful, and they also have the possibility to heal us.
Yes, very true. Now we are going to talk about another book that you're putting out there, but now I have another book for you, if you don't mind me sharing.
Sure, of course.
Because as you're saying that, yes, our memories shape us, sometimes for the good, sometimes for not. Sometimes we assume things about ourselves that we should just get rid of. So since you are a psychologist, maybe you can write a book about that. If you don't like what you're thinking about yourself, this is how you get rid of those thoughts and unlock a new you.
I love it.
Okay.
It's a great idea.
So you're welcome, by the way. It's going to be a bestseller. I just know it.
I'll give
I
you
will
some
buy
royalties.
it.
Don't worry.
My goodness. So now, somatic memory. I had only heard of that word a few months prior.
Oh, interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
So what? And I heard about it through an exercise thing.
Okay.
So what is somatic memory? Yeah.
So the word soma just refers to the body. So somatic memories are the memories that our body holds from our personal experiences. So our memories aren't just stored in the brain. A lot of people think that. They're held physically in our body's tissues, in our muscles, in our nervous system, the physical sensations that we experience.
Okay.
And this is actually, ancient wisdom that's been shared in many different cultures. But in modern society, we've really lost this, right? And science is just kind of starting to rediscover and reconnect with it.
Okay.
So our bodies are responding to, anything that happens, stressors that you have in your day-to-day, and our bodies need time to really feel those emotions and feel through those physical sensations so that we can release the stress.
Yeah.
But when we're so distracted, or maybe we kind of ignore it and brush it off and just hop right back into the next thing, those emotions can get stuck and trapped in our body. And over time, that leads to, heightened levels of stress, and it can be associated with a lot of the sort of modern illnesses that plague us.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. And I'm glad that that's another book for you to write, okay, about releasing all of that from our bodies. But I started laughing when you were talking about like the memory that our bodies have. So 105 years ago, I took tap dancing lessons.
Amazing.
So over the summer at Riverside Theater, they had what I call summer camp for adults, a weekly tap dancing class.
I love it.
And I'm telling you, I remembered so much. I'm talking, this is like 40 years ago.
Right.
Or maybe, 40 some odd years ago. Or a little more than that. But there were certain things that I couldn't remember, and my feet were stuttering. It was hilarious. My brain knew what it wanted to do, and my feet didn't want to do it. That was a lot of fun. So that's probably the somatic.
Yes, muscle memory is so real.
Well, it is a real thing. Okay. So now I want to talk about the coaching that you do, because when you were first on the show, we were talking about coaching. So what would you like to share about your coaching practice? Because it is remarkable, the work that you do.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a lot that I offer, but what's coming up now is I'm incorporating these somatic techniques. So I've got a 6-week small group coaching program. It's called Embody Freedom. And it's basically a safe space to learn and practice some of these somatic techniques. So things like breath work, movement, body awareness, connecting to the environment. And the goal is to learn how to tune into your body's wisdom and try to be more fully present in your day-to-day life.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then, so the contact information for your coaching, if you want to share that.
Sure. Yeah. So if you're interested, that program, it's limited to 10 people, and I'm starting to take applications. So if you want to learn more, you can reach out at hello@drchuncoaching.com. That's DRCHUN coaching.com. Or shoot me a DM and I'll share some more information about it.
That's wonderful. And go into all of the pages on that particular website. I love the About section.
Oh, thank you.
Because you were sharing yourself as a young woman just coming out into the world of adulting, and the work that you did internally and externally was amazing, because there's this one picture that I'm looking at right now, and you're so cute and you're just adorable. Just pinch your face, little dimples and everything. And then your glow up. You're still youthful and beautiful, but it's just a completely different thing. And that's what I love about people, that when they say this is what I do, but they've gone through the process themselves.
I've tried all these, not only the style transformations that I offer, but those somatic techniques have truly changed my life. And so having gone through it, I'm now excited to offer it and share it with other people.
And even my husband, when I showed him this book and he looked in the back and this picture of you with the dress and the hat, he was like, whoa, and I'm not a jealous wife, but I wanted to hit him. I thought of it for a quick second, but I didn't. Okay. So now we have a couple of minutes. So I would like to just take the last few minutes that we have. What else would you like to share about this book? Yeah, maybe some of the things that we didn't touch on, or if you want to go back and touch on a little bit more.
Sure, yeah. So what really strikes me is looking at the collection of memories. There are really simple, everyday moments, just little snapshots in time. There's also big, major life milestones, big, transformations and transitions that people have gone through. And throughout it all, we find these universal themes, right? Not just in the content. There's a lot of family, school days, playing, being out in nature, like everything you would imagine from childhood. But also what really sticks with people are these strong emotions that they feel.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what's so relatable, is even reading memories from another country, they've gone through the same heartbreak that you've been through. They've gone through the same excitement, that little thrill of getting in trouble or, doing something mischievous. We see that across the board in so many of these different memories.
Yeah.
And I think it's just beautiful for us to be able to connect as humans.
I'm smiling because I have plenty of naughty toddler stories.
I believe
and if
it.
my mother were here, oh, Charlotte, she wouldn't let you go. She would oh, my goodness. But now you are also starting a cross-country book tour for the rest of the summer because you started like at late summer and it's carrying you through fall.
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about your book tour. And you know what? If somebody wants, because there's so many charming mom and pop, bookstores, if they get a hold of this, even if your book tour has ended, but they want you, then how would they get a hold of you? Tell us about your website again.
Yeah. I love to connect with independent bookstores. Also, I'm holding events at all types of venues across the country. Yeah. So the website is earliestmemoriesbook.com, and you can also email me at contact@earliestmemoriesbook.com.
Okay, very good. And talk about your book tour now. Yeah, where are you going to be? Yeah. Different states, right?
So I'll be all over. I'm actually going coast to coast. So started in Philadelphia. And it's going to be 3 months, 10,000 miles, 27 stops. It's a big, wild extravaganza. And I'm just excited to meet different readers and hear about their memories and their personal stories.
Yeah, I love that. So you'll probably do some readings from your book.
Yes.
You're going to be signing your book and all of that. Okay.
Yep.
So, and we only have 2 minutes. So for the next 60 seconds, how would you like to wrap this up? What would you like to say to people about memories for them?
Yeah, so I'm working on a second book right now. It's called Soul Memories, and I would love to hear from you, from the readers and from the audience. So I'm collecting memories about major moments in someone's life. So if you're spiritual, this could be a spiritual moment, or just something that brought you joy or clarity. So again, you can email me the memory, contact@earliestmemoriesbook.com. And I'm so excited to hear from you and potentially include this in my second book.
I'm glad that you mentioned that. I'm sorry, I forgot because I was so excited about my book idea. I forgot about the Soul Memories.
Yes, Soul Memories coming soon.
So do you want to say hi to your parents? Because I think they're watching right now.
Yes, my mom and stepdad and my dad are watching. Thanks so much for tuning in live.
Yeah, I just like to give a shout out. I always say that if my mom was around every now and then, I would still have to do it, even though I've been doing this for over 6 years.
Oh.
She'd be like, It's been a few months.
My mom was here in person with us last time. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, very good. And we are we are almost done. I'm looking at the time. Cindy is saying, please wrap up, Ellen. So what I want to say first is thank you, Libby, for partially sponsoring seniortransitionnavigator.com, luxuryhomesofthetreasurecoast.com, helping seniors navigate their next steps, 772-783-2800. You can talk to Libby, free consultation, and thank you so much for being here. It is always so much fun to talk to you. Congratulations on your book. I loved it so much. And if you don't buy this book, then you just don't care about your own memory and personal development and growth. With that said, my name is Ellen Contreras, host of Treasure Coast Connector. Until next week, I miss you already.